Welcome back. We're here to check in with the weekly energy of Divine Masculine and what I psychically see coming through for these individuals. Now, if you do want this content ahead of the crowd, you can join a YouTube membership. Without further ado, let's take a look at the energy and what I'm psychically seeing for these individuals this week. Now, I do see this to be quite a shift. I'm definitely seeing that these individuals are really having a revelation at this point in time of really desiring to be happy. And I'm noticing the star on the card, the pink, the heart chakra, and, really to a degree, having a revelation that they're feeling like they're on an island. Things may be not as peachy as they'd like it to be, and they're directly ready now to no longer be in that isolation. I feel this is running deep. This card runs down to an 8, so they can be deep, murky waters they're addressing. I don't feel it to be negative at all. I feel it's revelations. I also feel direct action is something that's popping up in their mind, and there has been a closure point. I do feel they're sticking up for themselves a lot more. And also stepping back from individuals who they feel are really disrespecting them. There has been a little bit of turmoil coming up within their yellow chakra. This could have been their inner child, their confidence. It could have been a family-related dynamic, a home-related dynamic, but definitely there's a lot of courage coming through here. For some, they are looking back to the most recent past. This could have been a long time standing. This could have been the reasons why maybe they moved into karmic cycles, relationships, patterns, how connections directly impacted them. And with the 7, I'm seeing spiritually almost feeling as though maybe individuals may have used them, or it was where they were at a point in their life and they felt that this was almost a survival instinct. They have outgrown this, and they're ready to come out of the cold with this, and they are moving through a heart chakra activation. For a point, they may have felt that they could regenerate a circumstance which was directly depleting them. They also feel ready to regenerate a connection and to lay roots down with an individual who they feel is more in alignment with who they are. Some of them are having very interesting dreams. These can be, especially from a psychic point of view, coaching the twin flame collective. A lot of times, divine feminine can be the intuitive individual. It doesn't mean to say we can't meet masculine energies that aren't. They can be a divine feminine as such. They can be the intuitive energy. But these individuals I'm seeing definitely this week, it's almost like they're reviewing their Akashic records and, asking those deeper reasons why, asking from a spiritual point of view, why was I incarnated? It's sort of like a serendipity moment and really stepping into the alignment of their power. They're looking back at the story of their life, and they do feel that they have put their story, their path, their destination on hold. And I'm noticing the individual walking off into the bridge. Time to go. Yeah, this is expansion. This is ascension. This is moving. This is taking direct action. And I'm noticing a lot of flags on these cards. We've literally got 3 cards here. It's like crossing over the threshold, closing one door, opening a new one. Now, it is foggy. There is an awareness that what they're moving into, they know the destination, they know the door, they know the portal they're moving through. Potentially, it's almost any unforeseen, any fear-based frequency they were having in those sort of like foggy rains of life. It's like it's being pushed to the side. It's like it can no longer cause fear inside them because the current status quo of where they stand is worse than the fear of moving through the truth. This is going to provide them with a star. It can be after a tower. It's almost like some can be pulling a tower down to shift some big situation in their life. I also feel as we're reaching month's end, it's like it's going to start speeding up. There's bumps in their road. They're moving through them. Does feel like they're in a hurry to reach divine feminine. But they're in a hurry to liberate themselves from a very toxic, old, outdated cycle. Yeah, I really did call this No Place Like Home. This card came up to me. I remember this coming up in my journey. And, home, the changes we have to make, sometimes we've built a world up in our lives, and it really feels quite foreign to us. And when we have this revelation that it's like a snail or a crab rather, very synchronistic to moon energy, it's outgrowing its shell. And it's like, look, it's something I'm very comfortable with. This revelation's also where they get to this space that they are needing to really move out of that shell, move beyond the realm of what they felt was the only thing they could have or all there was. And yeah, these changes are big, and at a foundation level, it is going to cause a lot of changes. Like, there could have been worry to do with this initially, but they also know that blessings can't be received without moving in some shape or form. And so this is helping them ascend and helping them almost reach closure that these choices are the only way forward. Now, this is for them. Many times we can actually say, and we can have these karmic tests where we're feeling, no, we need to do things by the book. And it's more the cliche standards of society. I feel that's upside down on its head at this point. It's like, look, even if they were trying to do things by the book, it didn't look natural. It didn't look that it was a normal choice to make internally, and especially from the crowning energy. It's all governed by happiness. And it's not that we just indulge in that's the only polarity we can have. I do feel these individuals really, both looking to the past and currently where they stand right now, it hasn't been the happiest of places. So, the direct changes that we make in our lives are to kind of remove that karmic cycle and to lessons that we've learned through those processes. And also, we're more a closure point to make those big changes in our lives. And I feel divine masculine here in the mix this week is very, very ready to make those bold changes. And it doesn't have to make sense to everyone, but to them it spiritually does. And that's the first step. Yeah, there's no time for a nap. It's in reverse. It's like it's a wake up. So there's potentially been a wake up call. There's something inside them that's stirring, and they're ready to. It's like no time to wait. I have to react to this now. I have to deal with this circumstance now. Let's have a look and clarify. Any additional messages for the divine masculines or the cross watchers this week, please? Seeing a lot of lines, there's a lot of movement. It's a lot to do with Jupiter. It's a lot to do with expansion and movement, spiritual value systems, where they see their lives going in and the sacrifices they're willing to make for those things. But I definitely feel these individuals this week and through the month really becoming extremely assertive. There can be some regrets of the past. I feel they can be having some very honest conversations. Initially, this can be with individuals that they feel that they trust. Some can be moving jobs, but I definitely feel they're willing to do the work, but they're also ready to really jump in the deep end and express. I also wonder why they haven't ended this. So it's like there's too many whys as to why they haven't ended a cycle, as to why they shouldn't. Yeah, one old journey has come to an end and a new one is starting. There's a new chapter. There could have been a lot of purging that this individual went through. Just keep hearing home is where the heart is. Not necessarily a physical residence, but, so there is a break away from a karmic cycle. There is a shift, especially for those that are in reunion. There could be a shift within the connection. It's going to be quite open and quite transparent. There is going to be a lot of communication. This for some can be to do with the past. I do feel this individual is very ready for those hard questions. They know that it's going to take a while to achieve some of the things they want to, but they know the end goal is going to be transformative. They also feel that they're very willing to do the work. For those that were in a karmic cycle, I do feel I'm seeing divorce happening here. Changing of accommodation. They're also referencing, a lot of things that they've been thinking about that they do want to have in their own lives, and with divine feminine. It doesn't have to go, they're wanting it to be traditional, but they also know they can be themselves with you. They're also referencing that they can't make everyone happy, and they've come to an acceptance of that. People have guilted them. Something old is resurrecting, but again, it could be that these individuals are questioning them. This could be family. This could be a bunch of people. I see that the questioning isn't going to stop it. If anything, it's almost like they're passing a karmic test because they're being honest and earnest about the situation. They're saying, look, I don't resonate with this any longer. I'm not seeing my life going that way. Some of them are directly feeling there has been some external influence that has caused this. These individuals aren't surprised that that is the viewpoint, but they know the truth. They're also having more faith to express what they do and don't want in their life. And for many, they're just wanting to move into happiness. There is a support system here. They can be reconnected. Yeah, there's a reconnection, but it's almost like their true tribe is coming towards them. I feel for those that are in a karmic relationship, this individual could be questioning why their behaviour's changed, and I feel there's a deep conversation. This person can be projecting back at them, but again, it's being pushed back, and it's they're having a revelation. This is more to do with their lesson than divine masculines. They're no longer fighting for the situation. They're happy to answer questions, but they're being very truthful about their true feelings and their true north. This also has helped them because it's, especially for those of you that the communication hasn't been there, I think it's helped them actually close the store even quicker. Because there's nobody to blame but, placing their energy into this cup and addressing it, reviewing it, tweaking it, and they've really come to the same outcome point. So they're really making a reference that this is not divine feminine's fault. This was a path they had to, a lesson they had to learn. They have worried that reunion or union energy would be impacted due to the past. And they're ready to do the work. Okay, there is a concern. They are feeling like they're running out of time also. There is a concern. They're feeling something's off. Some of them could be coming in. It's giving them the courage, especially if there has been an off energy between both parties within the twin flame path. This is actually motivating them further to make some very bold moves. I do feel it's coming through unexpectedly. It's almost like overnight. Some people might not understand how it's come that quickly. These can be individuals that are dealing with them. They know what they need to do. I'm looking at this regeneration card, and I'm definitely seeing a lot of thoughts. There's going to be some communication. There can be some conversations. Definitely, if you have been in communication with them in the past and there were some things that were said, they're taking those circumstances into account, but they're very much intellectualizing the situation. There is a passion here that they have for you. There is intent to heal the circumstance between the twin flame connection. They're very perplexed, but at the same time, they're going in, they're moving in that direction to make these changes, and they will fight for this. We will check back in with this energy if you do want to see the next edition come through. Otherwise, stay tuned for the joint connection, or feel free to book a private reading. Take care, and I'll see you next week.